We black, black like we never lived. You know what I'm talking
You blacker than me.
about? So yeah, nonetheless, like I said, man, the first first subject at hand is gonna be daycare, man. I need you to give us a little bit more details on what was going on because apparently a lot of people out here are familiar with Jack and Jill, the daycare. So, uh, Jeromo,
Yes, sir.
the artist formerly known as Jeromo,
Blue Jay.
Blue Jay. You know what I'm saying? Take us back, way back.
Hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Day one?
Day one.
Oh boy. Toddler. Uh you talking about the Jack and Jill? You talking about the daycare days or
Listen,
what?
man. Yeah, I'm talking about when you first introduced to people to you and your partners knowing each other from daycare, and you know what I'm saying. You mentioned the specific unit in the
I
TDC
mentioned
and the
Ferguson.
comparison
Yeah.
to your
Ferguson unit.
you know.
Well, when I said that, I didn't mean the worst. I meant like as in being around the toughest characters. And that is what I meant as far as comparing that to the Ferguson unit of daycares is being around the fighters, man, the tough guys, man, the tacklers, the athletes, the best athletes, the best fighters, the best uh, uh, of all basketball, football, racing, whatever. That's what I would. That's what I came up with. That's what I started out with, and so that's what I meant by that, man. It wasn't the worst daycare; it was the worst people to be around.
All right,
Best competition, I should say,
all right. There you go.
for
There you
lack of
go.
words. Yeah,
All right,
let me
man.
clean that up.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
respect.
pre-pod we was chopping game about a few other incidents that happened, man. I know Uncle Steve, you mentioned something happened with a dog or something like that. What happened?
Oh, my daddy. Oh
Yeah.
man,
Shout out Uncle Steve,
my
man.
oh god, man, I can't believe you know about that. My first couple of weeks in daycare, I'm out in the playground, getting used to it, playing around. The day came, the day seems kind of long when you first start, like anywhere else, I guess. And my long story short, my dad and my uncle Louis happened to ride by, man, and they had my dog, Bullet. When I was a little kid, my daddy got me a puppy. Me and my brother a puppy. Um, with me being a little brother, he's more my puppy. You know what I mean? Little Bullet, half wolf, half German Shepherd or something. And they passed by the daycare, man, while I'm behind the fence, 8-foot fence. I look up and see my daddy, my dog in the back. I don't know if it's fishing poles. That's back when people used to ride with the shotguns in the back of the window. I'm like, man, they going to have fun, shoot, fish. Got a dog in the back of the truck and passing by the daycare. So I cried. And I didn't really, I didn't want to cry in front of my friends, but I don't think they seen me or noticed. I think we all cried at some point. You know what I mean? Start daycare being babies. So no embarrassment. Man, he shouldn't have passed by, man. So, Daddy, you wrong for that, man. If you happen to see this, but I remember that, man. Just says you in that white Chevy truck, that long bed '62 white Chevy truck. You passed by. You and Uncle Louis with my dog in the back of the truck. Hurt my feelings, man. So, yeah, that happened, man. That happened, and I cried at the gate. I,
Cuz doing some
yeah.
emotional dumping. Um, all right.
I
So
wanted to
look,
go. Randall Lake.
so Pete, Uncle Steve, I heard he used to get on your ass, huh? Would you call somebody a punk or something, right? Did you
Well, he didn't really. Nah, my dad just wasn't strict. But
oh
one time I do remember, recall, me and my buddies was playing on the side of the house, right? We kicking softballs, throwing around footballs, whatever it is that kids play with. And one of my buddies was running around with one of my footballs or something, and I'm trying to get it back, and I couldn't catch him. So I called him a punk, and my daddy heard me through the window,
a
and
punk?
I called him a punk. Yeah, man, we were little kids. I called him. We were young. I called him a punk, and my daddy called me. He said, "Hey, come here." He called me to the window. He was like, "Man, don't let me ever hear you call one of your friends a punk again." And I was like, "Damn." And I was like, well, "Damn, what? Punk? That's not a cuss word." He was like, "Yeah, but it's fighting words." So I guess
Punk was fighting
basically,
words.
yeah, he said that was fighting words in his days. So yeah, he didn't allow me to call my
Damn.
friends punks. So I guess basically, in a nutshell, he was telling me if they would have got mad and hit me in the mouth, yeah, he was gonna let it go down. I guess that's what it sounded like.
That's
But
some old. Hey, that's some old school shit. Didn't sound like, man.
yeah, I guess punk, really offensive, word back in his, I guess, 60s, 70s or whatever. I'm not from the 70s, at all. I wasn't even thought of. Um, like I keep telling everybody, I'm an 80s, 90s baby, you know what I mean? But yeah, I didn't know punk. I didn't know, but he definitely. So to this day, I have still some of those principles and some of those values of not calling my friends and family members out of their name, such as the B words and punks, um, bitches, whatever, things like that, hoes,
Okay.
whatever. I don't call guys like that out of their names unless I got a problem. If I call you that, then yeah,
All right.
yeah, might
So
be a
yeah.
problem.
How much emphasis do you put on words? Do you feel like you mentioned fighting words earlier, right? So do you feel like there are certain words or certain things that could be said that legitimately, damn, legitimately, uh, it makes sense to respond with violence?
Uh, yeah, in a few cases, yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm gonna bleep the word hard R out, but being called a nigger, are those fighting words?
It depends on who call you that. If it was the white boy, hell yeah, back in
I'm
my
talking about
elementary days,
right now, 2026. Are those fighting words?
yeah, it's a problem. It might be a fight. It's a problem. It's a problematic word that should not be said by blacks, whites, Mexicans, anybody. Not with the ER.
I was about to ask you.
Not with the ER.
Do you
Nah,
differentiate between
yeah,
ER and the A?
definitely a big difference. And let's just jump right into it and be honest, man. I've had a lot of specifically white people say, "Y'all call each other the N word." I'm like, you know how stupid it would sound for us to sit there and say my nigger. What do you do? We
Oh
don't say
God.
nigger. We say nigga. So let's be real about that, man. Have Stop having your own hearing and hear is the big difference. You know what I mean? It's like the word Pete and the word dog in
Pete?
Spanish. One is Pedro and one is Pedro. And one is Pedro, you roll your tongue. I'm not Spanish, but
No,
y'all
it's
know what I
pero.
mean.
Pero. That's dog in
Okay,
Spanish.
well help me out here. You get what I'm saying? And then the other one is Pete.
Pedro. Pero.
Okay,
Yeah, oh,
they sound a lot alike, right? Mean
that's
two
a
different
fact.
things. So my point made, my point exactly. Okay, so y'all know what I mean. So no, nigga and nigger is not the same. Nigger that's a friendly word,
All right.
even if it come from a white boy, he's just
Listen,
trying to be
cuz.
down.
So
Mexicans,
I know you married, man, but long time ago, right? How you feel about white girls being like, yeah, it's my nigga?
man, I
Especially in
never.
Grayson
You know
County.
what? No, that's hold on. I was never, ever, ever attracted to any white girls, man, any non-black girls that use the word nigga more than me and my homeboys did, bro. That shit is so unattractive, man. I do not want no girl trying to be more hood and more ghetto than I am, and I'm not even from that. But I can say that, and it sound right because I grew up 2 blocks from the hood. You know what I mean? And I am from the black community, and so I can throw my football from my front porch to the hood, But living on Sears Street, you cross Morton Street, that's one street away. You're in the hood. But yeah, man, yeah, white girls and people saying the word way more than we do. That's just not attractive, not acceptable. It's not even for what. What's the point? What do you? You're
Right.
not from that. I mean, it's excessive. It sounds ridiculous, hideous. I don't even use the word hideous, but that probably means hideous. Yeah, real talk.
Cuz using big syllables.
I
Um, hey, all right, so we're gonna fast forward a little bit.
Hey, let's go.
Daycare.
Boy.
You mentioned girlfriends. Last time you was shucking and jiving, man, when I was talking to you about your girlfriends, man. You know what I'm talking about? So I need to know, do you have any specifics? Tell me about some girlfriends, you know, if they married.
Not in daycare, no girlfriends, no.
Well, no, not daycare. I'm talking about first time girlfriends, cuz.
Me and a partner of mine in like third grade.
Whoa, that started off crazy.
Third or fourth, yeah. It was like third grade. It was like, it might have been like second grade, maybe. I don't know. But we so called ourselves liking these girls because they liked us. And it was me and a guy named, I'm not gonna say his last name, but PJ. That could be anybody. You don't know who it is. You don't know if he white, black, or whatever. It was me and PJ. And he was talking to a girl named Crystal, and the girl, her friend, liked me. And I thought she was cute. She was light skinned, had long black hair. And Amy was her name. Uh, I think it was Amy Hunt or somebody like that. I don't know. They were older. No, they left. And I did like 3 or more years in elementary or something. Like I don't remember exactly, but we like flirted around in the hallways and stuff with him. And then I remember one day I was at the water fountain and I looked over and I seen PJ was kind of naughty, and I seen him kissing this girl Crystal.
You said naughty?
I was not attracted to his girl. You know what I'm saying? With a flirt friend, I should say. They were not girlfriends. They were our flirt friends, and they were older. I seen them like kissing, man, and I like spit my water out. I'm like, oh my god, the flirt, part and saying you got a girlfriend sounded fun, it's bragging rights, but I didn't want to do no kissing, partner. You know what I mean? None of that. I was not that fast. Not in second, third, fourth grade, elementary period. No. But yeah, I remember spitting my puke threw up when I seen that. But
you threw up when you seen your homeboy kiss the girl?
I mean, yeah, it was just
damn.
I'm still not big into kissing, man. Saliva, bro.
You not a kisser?
Nah, cuz.
All right.
I mean, there's some pretty. Never mind. Go ahead.
We'll mark this out right now. You don't need coochie?
Nah, I ain't really never been no gobbler, man. Now I feel like it's better things can be done than that right there.
You must have got my granddaddy PP.
Well, certain things are made for certain things, and I don't believe my tongue is made for sticking in a rat trap. You know what I mean? Flies land on crap. I don't. Nah, man. Nah, I'm not into really going down. No,
all right.
You're not gonna get no story from.
So you're not a kisser. You know what I'm saying?
I'm no. I mean, yeah, the pretty girls, the beautiful pretty girls.
Pretty girls got bad breath.
That was more like some high school, early 20s type stuff. Kissing.
You don't agree? Most pretty women have bad breath.
I've never talked to a girl that had bad breath. That would turn me off the first instant. So I ain't never talked to no girl.
What's your threshold for bad breath?
I've never witnessed it. I've never been told I had it. You know what I mean? So I mean, I guess if you're at the bar or something, but that's skipping way to grown up. If you're drinking or whatever, then that's one thing. But that should be no excuse when you're in middle school and early high school.
Middle school, you're supposed to be brushing your teeth and got a
right. Everybody's supposed to be fresh. Yeah, fresh, minty, clean, bro. So yeah, cuz so now, yeah.
All right, so
I had no problem with no.
So
I kissed the pretty girls, definitely.
So,
that was all right. That was the get down.
Kissing pretty girls?
Yeah, man. I kissed a pretty girl 30 minutes straight.
I'm about to say you was pecking her 30 minutes of tongue playing tonsil hockey.
Trying to learn, just a little bit, like an actor's kiss. But that was the most action you can get on the side of the building when your mama coming to pick you up after practice or after the school dance or something. Yeah, I kiss girls, the pretty ones with the nice teeth. I was really picky on grills. I still am. Married or not, I still pay attention to mouths. You got a yuck mouth.
I'm gonna tell you what's a turnoff.
Yeah, it's really a turnoff.
White tongues.
I never dated a girl with no bad. Oh no.
Yeah, you
a white tongue.
Yeah.
I never paid attention to what color the
Oh,
girl
you
tongue
should.
was.
You should pay attention. It's called thrush.
Well, I never dated a girl with a yuck mouth, so why in the hell would I be paying attention to something like that? Come on, cuz, make it make sense.
Man, you right. Look.
I stayed away from what I didn't.
Shit. All right.
Girl need to act how she look. You look pretty and clean. You need to be pretty and clean, and that's what I was attracted to. That's what, on my list. A whole bunch of them.
You care to name names?
Bro, I can't name 400 girls.
400.
I mean, I can't name 400 years ago. My bad.
Four scores. All right. So boom, fast forward, cuz again,
Names.
this is how to go. The Cold Game Podcast, man. We're gonna hit.
Yeah, it's cold game right there.
So
Woo-wee.
man, look. So of course the women. I don't know if it runs in your family because you know your pops, my auntie, they are kind of the epitome of love because they were in high school and have been together ever since, right? But you and your brother,
Same mom and daddy.
yeah, but
and
not,
my sister.
but y'all ain't quite one women men. No, I mean you are now. You are now. Look, there's 4 scores and you know, you know what I'm talking about. But you and your brother are not one woman men.
Well,
You agree or
you got to
disagree?
realize when my brother was born, my parents were both in high school. I mean, this public information. Um, so he may have got a little different experiences with our parents maybe not being, exactly what they were when I came along. So yeah, wherever that was going.
I can see that.
Different generation.
So your bro, man, look, my ninja, big cuz, Bodie. So pre-production, we were
Neighborhood
talking about,
Prince.
the neighborhood prince, the one and
Neighborhood
only.
Prince.
I'm talking about Texas to California. That's the neighborhood prince.
The neighborhood Prince.
Tell me about. You was talking about some boxing gloves.
Boxing gloves?
Right.
Not the MMA gym, right?
No, your bro.
Oh, my daddy bought us some boxing gloves for Christmas. Yeah. There was some boxing gloves. Golly, that was a nightmare. My brother, I don't remember him putting them on. He made me put them on. And I had to box every single kid in our whole neck of the woods, remotely my age, from the Austin McLemores, Havard, to Anthony Waters, David Waters, Kurt Knock, whoever came over and got him up, Louis. I can't even name everybody, man. This was just people that lived in my neighborhood. It wasn't necessarily the guys I went to daycare with. This was just our neighbors. Jeremiah Swickle, Corey and Robbie Boone. I'm just remembering names, I gotta admit, take it, call a square, circle to circle. I went undefeated. For one reason, maybe not because I was tougher, but because my brother was looking. So I was scared if I lost, then I had to deal with him. So I made sure everybody lined up in front of me. I mixed them up. And I'm still undefeated to this day. And that was way back when we were.
You say undefeated, never lost a fight?
I ain't never lost a fight, bro. I ain't never even been hitting my mouth. In the octagon, the boxing ring, and the street fight. Nah, I never been knocked out, never been knocked on my ass, nothing. Nah, never, partner. Nah, never tapped out. No, nothing. Not even in training. Nah, on the mats in high school, middle school, when you start on the mats and wrestle, I took them out. Ask the class. Man, you better ask my classmates. I ain't saying I was the baddest. I ain't saying I was just this and that. But one thing I didn't do was go on my back, partner, for nobody.
Don't do that.
I have lost a wrestling match, but it was my first one. I didn't know what was going on. It was a guy that was a black belt, right? Surprised me. So as soon as they blew the whistle, I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know what we were supposed to be doing. I thought we was like playing tug of war, And after that, I felt like I lost something. And so after that, him flipping me over by surprise, Never again, partner. All the way through high school, never again. Me and Junior Johnson used to go at it, man. Big old dude, benched about 400 pounds. Big old cocky dude. Probably worked. I think he like a Texas Ranger or federally or DA or something now. But if we can find Junior Johnston, he was older than me, but I used to take him down to the match every after school. He wanted to wrestle me because I was the best around our age that he felt like, I guess,
Hey,
competition. And he never beat me, not one time. Go find him, wherever he is. Go find the police ass and tell him I said what I said. Don't try to come arrest me, partner. You was good competition. But I used to get you, boy, and you know it. I'm saying names today,
uh-oh.
turn it up a notch.
All right.
Well, the truth is the truth, bro.
So, anytime you put on a pair of gloves, you took the dub.
Every time I put on a pair of gloves, I took a dub. I never felt like I ever lost in gloves, nowhere, anywhere. Now, there was a
So,
time I had some pressure put on me.
okay. Tell me about that.
In the streets or in the ring.
Whatever you referring to.
Oh, man, I was, me and a UFC fighter was going at it, man. Zach.
He from here?
Yeah, he from around this area, man. He about my height. I didn't realize his reach was as long as it was, man. He could reach from here to that camera. And we were going in, man. And he caught me in my sternum right here. And it was the last 30 seconds. And I've never been so dizzy in my life. He didn't know it. I didn't let him know it. Scared me. I'm like, even one more time, I'm probably going down. So I just kind of danced around and finally the bell rang. I was good, but it was
Like,
a spar.
I was
So
about to say it was just, oh, it was
it
at
was it
the
was
at the gym.
sparring.
It wasn't at school.
We sparring.
I thought you were talking
Yeah,
about like the class
I got
deal.
my eyebrows split one time too.
Oh,
That was just one lucky
shed a
punch.
little blood for the
Man,
game, huh?
man, I smashed this game though. Yeah,
Man, look,
not Zach, not you, Zach. I'm talking about the dude who hit my. That was a street deal. That was Brad Knuckles.
man, look. Let me ask you something. Niggas be acting like you ain't MMA for real. Tell me something good about
They act
that.
like I ain't MMA for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, if I ain't MMA for real, then why come nobody's ever when I commented on with all my MMA friends, all the coaches, all the trainers, all the gyms around there, why nobody ever come on there and say, you lying, stop lying, sick one on me, sick three on me, five on me, whatever. Guess what? Matter of fact, coming from the MMA gym, one of the trainers, I'll say no names, when some of the fighters would go astray, he would send me to go get them and bring them back. So that's where that joke came from when I said, I'm not the boogie monster, right? So I thought I was degrading myself. I said, nah, I'm the one to go collect and get the boogie monsters and bring them back. And that wasn't saying I was tougher than them or nothing like that. It was just a line of respect and love from me, being a person that would go down to the gym, not necessarily want to be a pro UFC fighter or nothing like that, but I'll get my body up just to train and practice, and of course, training and practice is something different from actually real fighting, competing. So that don't even count. You have to tussle and grustle, to learn. You can't just go in there and toss everybody around. You gotta teach each other. A sparring partner is your brother. So there's a brotherhood within the gym, within the MMA gym. And so one thing I do, man, I do respect my trainers. It's something I won't mention, but there's one trainer, man, I have a lot of respect for and a lot of love for, and we will go to that gym and do a little walkthrough. It's Mike West. Mike West will tell anybody, man. I've been coming, down since I was a kid, and I always taken an interest in not necessarily being, like I said, into professional fighting, but just in love with the art of war and the art of protection, and being able to just know that the reason why I even started going to the gym is because I was winning in the boxing gloves. I was winning on the mats wrestling. So that gave me confidence to go down to the gym and like, well, let me see what I can do down here with, some of the elites. But that came along with really, a lot of just learning. learning, watching, listening, and just training, and just taking a love for it, And Mike West, he always respected my take on it. I mean, I was like, I'm a football player. You know what I mean? I really don't want to. I got all my teeth in my mouth, top and bottom. Don't have no blemishes, nothing like that. So just seeing how I did people in street fights and sometimes even in other events. I never wanted what I done to people to happen to me, and so after like about well over a dozen of those events, I ain't gonna lie, man. Let me be honest, man. I became scared that at some point somebody gonna do me the way I've been doing them, and I chose to tap my own self out at about 18. I went about 18 and 0. Just on my own personal battles that I had. You know what I mean? And then off the mats, in the ring, and in the streets. And ultimately that probably ended up probably around 24 now. But
24 fights?
yeah,
Oh,
24 fights
nigga,
altogether.
ain't no way.
Yeah, that's when you look at the stuff on video and you see somebody's head bounce up off the canvas and like, man, that could have been me. And that could be my girlfriend, you know what I'm saying? My ex-girlfriend, man, my stepkids I had back, or, my ex-girlfriend kids or whoever, man, they used to call me dad and pops. Seeing me get my ass knocked out, nah. So, you know why I never lost? I was scared to lose, horrified of losing. I'm
Feel
scared
that.
to lose to this day. I'm scared to lose. So, if your ass got a problem with me, I'm bringing it.
Yo, me and
You
Khalid
better,
talk about it all the time. I'm a scary nigga. Please don't scare me.
please don't scare me.
Yeah.
You get close to this camera right here, I'm firing off on your ass. I'm serious.
Oh, me.
Yeah,
Hey, look,
it's happened.
cuz we finna go to commercial break real quick.
I'm scary.
We're gonna be back.
Scared of losing.
We're gonna be back right after these messages, man.
We don't drink and drive. We park and sip.
Brought to you by Neighbors Against Drunk Driving.
So basically, yeah, we rented out the place, like I said. I think I already said I got in the bag and warmed up. Amanda was recording it. She was there for this one of these events. Um, then when he got in the bag, I mean, hey, Cubs was just going in, man, like a gorilla. So I'm just like, man, calm down. But I'm looking around and I start seeing the other guys across the gym looking over there at us, and they start pulling off the bags over there, looking over there like, man, something not right with these dudes over here because the dude he with don't seem to know nothing, which is me. And then when Cuz get in there, he looked like a whole live gorilla. Um, you are what you look like, and so I was like, damn, man. So so we start walking around playing the music, playing all the, uh, the T.I. You don't like what I'm saying? Then Buck swang on me. We can throw them hands up.
Hey, stand
You know what I
up.
mean? We trying to turn
Yeah.
it up so somebody can get, somebody can go ahead and get turned up, and so any heavyweight dude in there, come on, I got that. One, big country boys, whoever it was, it didn't matter. There was Southern Oklahoma in the house, and it was just us North Texas boys in there. Well, he got a little, I guess, Oklahoma in them too. But
Where was the venue at?
anyway, that's us coming from Denison. It was at Harold Speed's, man. Rest in peace to Harold Speed.
Hendrix.
Hendrix, Oklahoma. Yes, sir.
Okay, right by
He
Carpenter
has,
Bluff.
yes, sir. He has the probably longest name in probably Texas-Land of having boxing venues. He's not really into mixed martial arts, but he was a boxing guy. To my understanding, I know him to be. He would probably be, if he was alive now, probably over 100 years old now. I was actually one of the ones to help. I went to his funeral. And, my partner, one of my UFC partners, Paul Bird, and I went to assist with that. And I was the only brother in the whole building. But anyway, RP Harold Speed, shout out to your family. But anyway, his love and trust for us and his love for fighting. He was, ready, see a fight. Old man, been in the fighting game. He could fight himself back in the day. Matter of fact, I think he was the best. He used to have Stanley Cobb, which is I think Butch Cobb, the bull rider, Butch Cobb,
Did you say
Devin's partner.
he stabbed him?
Stabbed?
What did you say?
I don't know about no stabbing.
What did he do to the dude you were saying?
Stanley Cobb.
Yeah. What
Stanley Cobb used to be a boxer, which is Butch.
both of
That's
them.
his uncle.
Oh,
Harold Speed is the old man that owned the place, the
right.
store when you go across,
I was
crossing
trying
the
to make
Bluff
the
Bridge.
connection between the two men.
That's the old man, right? But Stanley was like his main fighter. He would call Stanley.
Got it.
Shout out to Stanley Cobb, being a person that put this area on the map as far as being able to box. But you got to think we're boxer / MMA guys going into a strictly boxing arena, but going in under non-trained fighters, just looking for just to give the people a show, not to hurt nobody or nothing, just to go in there. If anyone got cocky and challenging and drunk, let's go. But anyway, so I believe the way he went in on the bag and warming up and stuff. I think the people in the venue seen that. I think these dudes are a little more trained than what they are coming in and showing to be. And I think that ultimately changed anybody. It wasn't nobody in that building drunk enough or crazy enough to take a fight with either one of us, even though I tried to trick them. So we turned the music up and was playing all the Lil Johns, the
Early 2000s crunk mix.
Man, yeah, the T.I. If you don't like what I'm saying, then buck swang when you see me. We can throw them hands up.
Hey,
so that's what's going on. So we walking around waiting, on somebody to get some people to get turned up, see some fights, whether it's me and somebody or him or two people against each other, whatever. Let's get some fighting going on. Well, we walking around about 15, 20 minutes, no fighting going on. So guess what happened?
y'all got in a fight?
Basically. So after charging people money to get in, of course, we rented the venue, it cost to get in. We ultimately made a decision. I'm like, bro, we got to get in the ring and give them a show. 2 different weight classes.
Was there video of any of this?
Yeah, some video of it. Definitely some video of it. Yeah, some video. Amanda got it on my old laptop. I have to pull it up. But so me and him had to get in the ring and basically I don't want to say fake fight, but friendly fight, but still, do something. Give the people some kind of show. But they seen us come in together. We didn't come in to fight each other. You know what I mean? But we still went in, got in the ring, and messed around, thumped a little bit. Because really, to be honest, at the end of the day, I can box, even on the boxing event with Santy P, with the guns up, gloves down. Whoa, hold on. Not
Guns
gloves
down,
down.
gloves up.
Yeah, that was
Hey,
no, I said that on purpose because I think I said it last time. I've said it before. Go ahead.
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
What you'll tell somebody that say you scary?
Say I'm scary. Ask them who punked me, who I run from, whoever whooped my ass, whenever I would tuck my tail, who pinned me on the ground, who did what to me.
So
who do I fear? God and my daddy, and rest in peace to my grandfather, G.L. Jackson.
So you think, is there anybody on earth that can say they punked Jerom?
No, my big brother, but it's my big brother. I learned how to bob and weave. My brother was, and anybody will agree with this and won't dispute this. So I got love for my bro. One of the quickest with hands and feet. As far as running and as far as boxing.
So
squabbling.
He'll call that
So
too. I heard he
right.
was.
I had to bob and weave that stuff.
Let's
imagine what I went through.
No, I don't want to imagine that. Listen,
I went through it.
Cuz Shout out Bodie, man.
Yeah,
Look,
shout out to Big Bro.
So during the times, man, we're gonna take it back to the 90s real quick because we need to get to some subjects because I'm sure people want to know. Because Jerome, I ain't gonna hold you. People want to know. You know what I'm
Hey
saying?
man, if they want to know, let's
All
let
right.
them know, man.
So boom. So let me ask you, right?
I'd rather tell them than show them.
We both in the same family, man. We had a cousin that passed in '93. You and Dennison, you know about the Dennison and Sherman beef and all that, man. I need you to get some perspective on, growing up during that time. Um, Again, it was way more crucial back in the day, but um, you know, you you've kind of lived through times where it's been bad and it's become a lot less, right? So
Right.
when Dre died, I think it was '93, right?
93.
So where were you? How did you feel about your cousin dying, and what impact did that have on how you looked at your environment as far as Jennison and Sherman? Like,
I was
were you already in rivalry mode, or did that, kind of put you, or even were you even affected by it, like in that way, or did that happen later? Give me like kind of the day that it happened, if you remember, and
yeah, I
then give
do.
me what the effect on it was.
The
Even
effect
your
of it,
even your relationship with
well,
Dre.
I can just speak on me. So how it affected me. I remember the night. It was a school night, and they said it was like 2 in the morning. We got the word, and I guess my brother came home at some point. I don't know, but we got the word something happened to Andre, and I just, hey man, you probably in a coma or something. Yeah, I don't know. I'm a kid. I was a kid in '93. I was a kid. So you're talking about like sixth grade or something. Um, uh, I went in and went to sleep. And just kind of just didn't think about it. Like man, this is all a dream. He'll be okay in the morning. And when I went to school the next day, people were talking about it in the hallways and stuff. So like just fast forward and when I was going to football practice that day, that afternoon, because my mom asked me the next morning. She said, "Do you want to go to school because you can stay out of school the next few days and grieve or whatever?" And I'm like, I couldn't process it, so I'm like, "No, I want to go to school." And so I went to school, and I remember in practice, man, I went from being a 18 starting, free safety, and a rotating, 18 running back, kick out return, you name it all, whatever, to just not having the thought process to even remember a play, to think straight. And I remember Coach Jones, it was one of our, I think our head coach, Reggie Jones, the black coach. He asked me, he said, "What is wrong with you, man?" And he pulled me to the side. He's like, "What's going on, man? Like you're one of our two-way starters." And I told him, I was like, "Man, something happened to my cousin, and I don't know, I'm not processing it." And he was like, "Man, just stand on the sideline, man. I'm gonna put you in practice or whatever." So, I didn't feel right standing on the sideline because all of my friends and teammates kept coming up asking me like, "What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong?" Well, I didn't want to talk about it. They didn't want to talk about it. We were like, I guess some practice off season. I don't know. It's been so long ago, but it was definitely sports related, football. We were getting ready to practice, and I didn't want to lose my position, but he was like, "Man, it'll be okay. Just step off to the side." And he knew what had happened. He was a grown man. He was a coach, and he was definitely a coach of Andre's. And Andre was in Dave Campbell magazine that year. He was a top
I remember that.
prospect in the state of
I
Texas.
remember those Dave Campbell
Yes,
magazines.
yeah. I seen his grandson Landon Jackson. Shout out those clips of him being a top prospect. And so anyone that don't remember his facts, this is Dave Campbell magazine. Thanks to Clayton Baker, he found the magazine and shot me, the clips. And so I wasn't necessarily in rival mode. It was just in disbelief because, like, growing up, it was Lante and Andre, and it was me and my brother. And like, I was just a little bit older than Lante, and then Andre and bro was just a little bit bigger than him, and they'd be like, what,
Right.
6 months older. So like when we would like compete with each other, we switch brothers. So me and
Yeah.
Andre was on the same
Right.
team, and Lante and Bodie became like
So
brother, like
did you
playing and competition wise,
at the time,
real stuff.
whenever that happened or whatnot, were you already aware of the street dynamic to it, as far as like this man, he just goes out here and it was like some bad place, wrong time, because I believe it was
It
a
was
wrong car, everything. But
definitely
did you understand that part of it, or
yeah,
did that? I mean, because you was young, you said.
right.
So I mean, sixth grade, I can't say I would necessarily understand what it meant for how everything happened with cousin, but
Well,
you know.
I thought of Andre as Superman because he was a small guy in his class already, and then he was on varsity as a freshman
Mm,
and sophomore. So
I didn't
to
know
even
that.
think of he was definitely
That's hard.
he could play any position and so me thinking of him as like Superman, I'm like until I see it, I'm really not trying to believe it.
So did you go to his funeral?
Yeah, I did.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Did you have any feelings at that time? Like, had you experienced death prior to then, or was that your first experience with somebody that you knew personally?
I seen some of my dad's friends in a casket when
Yeah,
I
but
was
that's
younger,
different
but
though, man.
yeah,
They're
when I
older
was a
people,
kid. Well, you asked me
man.
if I had experience. I had.
But I feel like Andre is closer to your age to where seeing that at that age would have at least some sort of effect, especially if y'all not day to day, you at least see each other frequently enough to where, damn, this is somebody, you know, I'm I'm normally used to being around that has passed. I didn't have somebody pass that was close to me that was day to day until I was grown. So I'm asking you, like, when he passed, you were just were you more in kid mode and just had to process it later, or did it have any sort of underlying or lasting effects on you? Which, I mean, either way.
I remember for about a solid 3 weeks, I was just empty. Just that's the best way I can explain it. I was just empty. Just my heart. I didn't never cry. Odd enough of that seems, but I was just no energy, no desire to sports, no desire to the girls, nothing. Just I'm just blank, blah. No homework, just blah, and I remember, man, that was the first time one of the girls I was actually talking to. She told me she sympathized, empathized, whatever with me. And before we hung up, she told me she loved me, and that's when I realized, like, and I never heard nobody tell me that was outside of my family. Matter of fact, my family doesn't even say they love me, especially back then much, And so I realized it was real when a girl told me she loved me because she knew I was messed up, man. I was lost, and I remember that moment. So
So you were,
that was the moment I realized it was real when she said, "I love you. Good night. I
because
love
you
you.
feel like at that point it was kind of environmental, and you see the other people
It's real."
recognize what was going on
It
with
was
you.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah. It was
so let me ask you then, because Andre was 18 when everything happened. Um, we early June 19. Andre was 19 when everything happened. Excuse me.
no 18,
Uh, I don't know.
18,
Listen, either way, we just had a recent
18. His birthday was coming up in November.
we just had a recent major situation happen, right? In Sherman Denison in the Grayson County area in the last day, I believe. A young man, unfortunately lost his life. I don't know. We don't know what the story is, but my point being with this is it's 2026, right? And Dre happened in 1993. You're a completely different person than you were in the sixth grade. Yeah, man. So the young man that passed, how do you feel about the difference between 1993 and 2026? Um, what do you think us as older people in society that have been through what these young niggas is kind of going through right now, what can we give them as game to make sure that they don't go down the same path that we've seen other people go through, or maybe we've gone through ourselves? You know what I mean? What you got?
Well, first of all, I don't condone any physical violence that's not been controlled, at least by someone. Even if it's a backyard fight, someone needs to be there to orchestrate it, to speak and let them know that, hey, this is gonna be a little 60-second deal, whatever we're over with. And second, well, more important than that, lifting a gun up, it better be worth it. Because you got to know, when you lift a gun up and shoot at somebody, a lot of you guys have been lucky shooting up these clubs and shooting up places, because you can't shoot and you're missing your target. And if you actually hit somebody, you have to be doing 50, 60 years in prison. And that's exactly why I don't lift a gun up and shoot at nobody. And I got gun license, gun rights, and I'm probably the best shooter in North Texas, disputably. You can ask Grace, the guy that trained me, Constable Douglas, and the Rangers and everybody that seen me, I shoot everybody, any place, any given time. I don't miss my target, so I don't shoot at nobody. Ain't nothing that serious. And so with Dre, people getting killed, that could have cost me. That could have cost me my whole football career, my school career. It could have cost me 50 years in prison, 6 years in prison. But at this point, like for instance, those guys, just to be honest, we're talking about some guys that 50 something years old now that was 18, 19 years old when that happened. So I'm not the same person. They're not the same people. I don't know what they look like. I don't know them. I don't want to know them. They don't need to know me. What's done is done, and don't want to bring anybody back. It'll just take me away, or him away, or you away. So let's stop with the dumb stuff, man. When you sit in that prison cell, man, people about the first 2 years, they'll rock it out with you, but you'll be doing the next 48 years, by yourself, man. And when you come home, won't be no mama, won't be no nana, won't be no grandmother, won't be no grandfather, won't be no uncle. I'll be blind, crippled, and crazy when you come home. So, man, think about it. For everybody to call me uncle, man, not just my biological, man, for all you kids that I coached and raised, you know what I'm saying, about you cleats, you know what I'm saying, to coach you the game and taught y'all better than that nonsense, man. Think about it. Because, I can't even take care of you for the next 50 years, man. I'm 40 plus now, I'm in my mid. So, think twice, man, before you up that gun, man, and let it loose. If you got to, protect yourself, that's one thing. But you seen what happened to Carmelo Anthony, up in a knife, man. I don't believe he meant to kill that guy, but that's neither here or there. A person lost their life behind a conflict, and, altercation. And I definitely don't want to be a statistic on neither end of that, But hand to hand on combat or whatever, man. That, if we got to do something, let's do that. Pick the gloves up or get in the backyard, do it. Don't record it. Take your loss, take your win. Matter of fact, if you're a person like me, if you're a G, you see a tie, stop it. You know what I mean? And explain to them, man, cut it out. I understand combat, man. I'm still a combat warrior myself, man. I'll still get them up and I'll still fight. You know what I mean? And I still got confidence in myself. Being a person that's, like I said earlier, man, not even being cocky and conceited, just being undefeated. And I'm scared to lose. I'm horrified. I don't even want to even do that no more. Uh, I could actually hit somebody and hit the head on the concrete and die. Then what I'm looking at, murder. So, you know, let's keep it on the content internet, Leave the guns at home, y'all, youngsters, man.
Yeah.
Leave it alone.
Straight up.
That's about all I got to say about that,
Straight
man.
up, man.
That prison cell, it's 120 degrees down there in them cells, man. I ain't never been there, but I know the story. So that's
man,
why
look.
I'll never go.
So going forward, man, being an older OG, you know what I'm saying? At one point you was young,
Yeah.
right? So I feel like you understand a little bit of what it looked like to be outside, and you probably shouldn't be where you was. You was kind of a curator of vibes back in the day with the Takes Home In. I mean, before they knocked it down, it was Dennison in before they closed it down. But Texoma Inn is what I'm talking about. So we're gonna have a part 3, but we got to give a little bit of stories about Texoma Inn because I feel like
Well,
I was there a few times, but I
yeah,
know it was a lot of times. So
right. And our real gin, you know,
so
all the way from the
so give
city.
me some give me some times, man. Give me some names. Give me some people that you know about what was going on in
Well, after some of
Texoma.
them, you know, the unfortunate things, RP in '98 to when I was in high school, also Dion Blossom Kelly. After all that, once I completed high school, you know, and got into college and had me a little money, I started to rent out venues to bring back, like I told you earlier, camaraderie. Bring back, you know, the whole gathering of everybody being together. You know, because I always hated mentioning his name, and our own food. For what? What did he do to you? You know, we all having a party going to the same place. Don't come to my party. I rent it to have fun and ruin it. You know, at the end of the day, go look for a wife or a girlfriend or somebody to have some fun. I don't go to no party looking for no dudes to have no problem.
So
All
what
that
type of
coming in the club, bouncing and jumping around looking for a problem, man, that stuff is lame and stupid. You know,
so
I've
what
been
type of
there.
what did it look like back, you know what I'm saying, when you were throwing parties? Was it as raunchy as it is now? Because I feel like people stopped dancing. Were people dancing at your parties, or was it more like just standing around?
Nah, I was still having fun, man. It was still, they were called neighborhood parties. I call them neighborhood parties because under the umbrella of Neighborhood Coalition Records, you know what I mean? And baby blue was a logo color. It was a logo just like a biker gang, man. That's one. Speaking of, that's one reason why I like biker gangs, man, because they keep it they take care of their kind. They don't go against each other. They don't switch out colors. If they biker crew, I'm not gonna say gang crew is purple. Purple it is. They're not gonna wear and get you confused that night and wearing all these different crazy colors and all that. We've lost all that. So far as representing a gang, ain't that for you new wave? There ain't no more of that, man. That stuff is dead, gone, man. As far as anybody my age that's just color coordinated, that came from being around this, you know, for the last 30 years. Y'all ain't been alive for 30 years, so don't even question me about that. Man, that's just hey man, everybody. One thing I have seen is a lot of development as far as Sharon Denson getting along, man. These kids I could go to basketball games, football games, and you don't hear about no fights. This guy that just got killed, I get a couple of days ago. It wasn't about Sharon Denson, as far as I know. I don't think there's no more Sharon Denson problems. Thank God, you know that stuff is over with. I can now go to Sherman and get gas in any gas pump. There's no problem, man. We all grown up and grown out, man. Our kids are friends. We have kids. Some of us have kids by the same women, the same sisters, same. You know, our kids are cousins, family. So, man, get like us, man. Graduate from that stuff. You like you graduate from 8th grade, graduate from college, high school first. Graduate from the, you know, the silliness, you know, the crews, the cliques. It's cool to
Yeah,
have a clique and a crew, you know, but
yeah. You
other than that,
know,
man, just lay the guns down, man. My thing, man. Lay the guns down, man. I got gun rights, but man, it's not for the gang. I promise you. It's just for this world is getting crazy. But yeah, man, the parties and everything was just to bring everybody together, and definitely some good memories. And it was able, we were able to send like the homies in prison pictures, you know, and show them that, hey, man, Jerom out there, you know, Blue Jay out there holding it down, man, by itself. You know, I never got jumped, never got beat up, never nothing, man. I think people really seen what I was doing, and it was just love. You know, you want to come to the party, you touch me, I'm gonna damn sure touch you back 10 times, but I'm not gonna throw a party no more either. I get jumped at my own party. I mean, what sense would that make? So, I believe what I did, man. It was the last. I was the last of the Mohicans, man. So there's no more parties being thrown. There's no more house parties. There's no more
no.
renting out
The
text
thing
home
is,
in.
there's house parties, there's parties, right? But nobody's having
Not like
fun.
that.
Nobody's having fun.
Nah, nobody dancing and having fun and you know like we was back then, man. You
Man,
know, nah, it's
boys
not.
is real life.
Everybody coming to
Grayson
mean
County.
mug and be hard.
Yeah, Dennis and Sherman superstars, man. Y'all really kind of laid a mark in the 90s, early 2000s, everything, you know what I'm saying, to where it lasts forever, man.
Right. And I try to lead by example.
I'm gonna ask you something though, because you
Yeah.
know, it's only so far you can take, you know, what everybody got going, man. You know, all type of musical accomplishments, all types of, you know, street stuff ain't really necessarily something to brag on. But same time, we also got
It's on the
athletic
resume.
accomplishments, right?
Right.
Athletic accomplishments, man.
Right.
We got a few family members that did their thing, man, between high school, between college, between pros. I feel like
nah.
I feel like I want to, but I don't know if I want to, right? You got a nephew who is actually right. His grandma is your mama, right? He was recently drafted to the NFL in the first round.
Correct.
Or did I get my dates wrong?
He was drafted in the first round.
Okay. So yeah, tell me a little bit about nephew who was drafted in the first round of the NFL draft.
Respectfully, I'm gonna decline that until he actually plays in a season and gets to suit up and play preseason, and furthermore a season game, and then I'll speak about the upcoming of him and I, but I can't speak on him and anyone else. I speak on me and him, but right now until he actually is on TV and playing, I have no comment about what he got going on, his personal situation, his signing contract or none of that. Respectfully, I'm just stay out of his business. He know where we stand, I know where he stands, and I definitely him and his mother and I go way back. That's a touchy subject.
So let me ask you
So
fuck the
I ain't
bullshit.
really got no comment on it.
At the end of the
The
day,
bullshit.
rookie of the year, no. Don't say his name.
Definitely rookie of the year. But that's all I got to say about that.
Boom. Jerom, aka Blue Jay. I appreciate it, cuz you the most entertaining person on my pod. You the one, not the two, man. Anything else you got to say?
Most interesting person. Yeah, I'm an idiot. Well, that come along with being honest, man. And telling true stories. And a lot of times people love it or they hate it. None in between.
Hey, man.
Take my stories, laugh at them, and know that none of it's fabricated. It's all real. And you can double check them, triple check them. It's all real.
What they say, right?
Triple check them. I'll kick you in the throat.
If you worry, don't pray. If you pray, don't worry. Right?
Man.
Tell the nigga don't worry about nothing.
Don't worry,
Cold
be
Game
happy.
Podcast.
Yeah.
Once again, Jerom, Blue Jay.
North Texas.
That's what we doing.